Good afternoon, and welcome to our 30-minute express yoga class. So for today, I would recommend blanket, 2 blocks, and a strap. So you can set the blocks aside for now, and it might be nice to just put a little bit of blanket underneath your back. Have your strap handy, and let's go ahead, lie down on your back on the ground. Walk your feet in with the knees bent. To open the arms, you can also have a soft bend in your elbows. And take a few moments just to land here in this shape to begin your practice. Take a nice breath into your belly. Feel the belly balloon upwards. Exhale through your mouth. Fill up your rib cage. Expand them side to side. And soften as you exhale through your mouth. This time, inhale into the upper chest towards your collarbones. Exhale out the mouth, letting everything soften. Good. Inhale, come into an arched back, so a supine cow pose. Exhale, press your back into the floor, scoop your tailbone slightly upwards, coming into a supine cat. And let's do it a couple of times. Inhale, arch the spine, creating a big space under the lumbar spine. Exhale, round your back, hug your tailbone upwards. Keep going like this with the breath. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. As you round, feel your belly tone, hug the navel downwards. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, expand the front. Exhale, expand your back. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Now come to a neutral back, so you're neither in extension or in flexion for your spine. And let's take the right knee in towards the chest and grab your strap and strap up your foot. Have the arms straight and the arms are reaching towards your toes, almost like you're holding the foot, but the strap is helping your arms be a little bit longer. Press up through the heel so you get a nice stretch along the whole backside of your leg, all the way from your seat to your heel. And if this all feels comfortable, you can extend your left leg long along the floor. And your leg is trying to point towards the ceiling. If it's not quite there and it's more diagonal, that's totally fine. You can always work with a slight bend in your right knee as well. That's a nice way to work. And as much as you can, flatten your left thigh bone into the floor. Unless you're still working with your left knee bent, then keep it bent. Hug your navel down so the belly is toned, so the core is awake. 1 more breath. And then let's take this into a little inner leg opening, so you can take both straps into the right hand. Use your left hand to keep the left half of your pelvis grounded and slowly open the right leg out to the side. Now move only from the hip joint so that your hip is not coming along with your leg, so the left half of your pelvis stays firmly grounded. Big breath in. Full breath out. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale. Bend your right knee as you bring it back towards the center. Hug the knee in towards your belly to release. And let's switch sides. And so stamp your right foot down, bring the left foot up into the strap, walk your hands up towards your foot. And my cat has joined us. She seems to love this yoga class as much as I do. So start by lengthening up through the back of your left leg, reaching from your seat all the way to your left heel. Shoulders relax as your arms are straight. Breathe into the back side of the leg. Couple more breaths. And then maybe you'd like to straighten out the right leg as well, and you can press the top of your thigh bone into the floor, making the right leg just as grounded as your left leg. Of course, you can micro-bend your left knee a bit if you need. Your leg can be more on a diagonal as you breathe into the stretch. And all of our shapes today, they're really less about looking like something. They're more about what you're feeling. So as long as you're feeling a stretch in your hamstrings, behind your knee, in the calf, even back of your ankle, you're in the right place. One more breath. I have a little assistant. She's making sure my belly stays hugging in. And then let's bring the straps into your left palm. Use the right hand to help the right half of your pelvis stay grounded. And as you begin to open your left leg at the left, make sure the opening is happening right at that hip socket and not at the expense of the whole pelvis coming along with your left leg. So the right half of the pelvis is firmly rooted, even if that means your leg has to be a little bit higher. Again, it's not about what it looks like, it's more about what it feels like. And our body is very good at making the shapes not feel like much because it doesn't like to feel things. It likes to always feel not much at all. Sad but true. So it contorts to always make the sensation less. But this practice is all about bringing on the sensation to a comfortable level where you can breathe through the sensation and open spots in your body that are tight and stuck, where energy is no longer flowing. One more breath. Good. And then go ahead, bend your left knee, bring your left knee back towards your belly, hug it in, and you can remove the strap. Oh my goodness, second assistant. Wow, everyone's into yoga today. Hug both knees into your chest. Take a few little knee circles in opposing directions and reverse. Bring them back around the other way. Good. Hold behind your knees. Start to gently rock up and down on your back. This is where a blanket is really nice. And eventually come on up to a seat. All right. Let's grab our blocks and bring them to the front of your mat so they're ready for you when we want them. Hi, my kitty. And then let's come into tabletop position. I'm going to keep using my blanket as padding for the knees, but I'm going to pivot the blanket around so that there's less of it covering my mat. Once you're in tabletop, spread the fingertips wide and let's wake up the wrists a little bit. So inhale, lift just the heel of the hand up. Exhale to press it down. And press the tops of your feet into the ground as well. Inhale to lift. Exhale, press down. 2 more times. Lift. Press. Last one. Lift. And press down. Good. Spin the elbow creases forward. Tuck your toes. As you push into the fingertips, lift the hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Hamstrings should be nice and open from our stretches with the strap. Press the floor away with your palms and keep trying to rotate the elbow creases forward. Take a walk to the front of your mat and fold at the front. Inhale, extend your spine, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Rise up to stand, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands together at the heart and down by your sides. Good. All right, let's move. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift to lengthen. Step your left foot back for Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Press into the top of your back foot, reach up. Catch your left wrist, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands down, step to plank pose. Tap the knees, arch your back in extended cow pose, and then lower chest and chin down to the floor for Ashtangasana, 8-angle pose. Go ahead, come forward, right into a cobra. Pull your chest forward. Exhale, relax down. Come back through tabletop into a downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg is high. Exhale, step forward to the right hand. Tap the back knee down, come back into the low lunge, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor, bow and fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold over both legs. Press into your feet, rise and reach up. Exhale, hands together to the heart and down by your side. Second side, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift to lengthen. Step your right foot to the back. Tap the knee down, come on up. Low lunge. Catch the right wrist, side bend to your left. Inhale, back through center, reach up. Exhale, hands down, step to plank. Tap the knees, arch the spine. Exhale, go forward, lower chest and chin down. So 8-angle pose. And then go ahead and come forward into your cobra. Collarbones are wide, shoulder blades squeeze back. Exhale to lower. Come back into tabletop. And push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg is high. Exhale, step to your left hand. Tap the right knee down, press into the top of the right foot, reach up. Exhale, hands down, and step to the front, bow and fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, reach up. Palms together at the heart. Good, we're gonna add a little bit more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. And step your left foot to the back. Tap the left knee down, reach up, low lunge. As you exhale, cactus, open your elbows. Rotate to the right, vertical twist. And take your left elbow to right knee, right palm on top of left. Take the twist. Revolve the ribs, hug your belly in. Exhale, hands down, step to plank. Tap the knees, extended table. Arch the spine, extended cow pose. Lower chest and chin, forward and down. Come on into cobra. Pull yourself forward. Exhale to lower. Push back. Table to downward facing dog. Left leg is high. Reach it up. And step forward to your left hand. Tap the right knee down. Come on up. Low lunge. Exhale, cactus. Open your elbows. And then rotate left. Right elbow, left knee, left palm on top of right. Take the twist. Hug your belly in as you rotate. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Step to the front, bow and fold. Halfway lift to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, reach up. Hands together at the heart and down by your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift to lengthen. This time, step the right foot back into warrior one. Press through the back heel, bend into your left knee as you reach up. As much as you can, lengthen the tailbone, grow a little bit longer through the ribs. Exhale the palms down, step to plank. Pause in plank, tap the knees. Inhale, arch the spine, extended cow pose. As you exhale, go forward, lower chest and chin. Go forward into cobra, shoulders back. Exhale, push back, tabletop. Pause in your table, align shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Hover your right knee in space, keep the right knee bent. Notice if you're leaning left, lean to the middle. Make sure you can glimpse your right knee underneath, and then take 10 little pulses, trying to press your foot towards the ceiling. Keep your elbows straight, press into your fingertips. Belly is stoned, left hip hugs in. About 3 more, and then bring the knee down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Good. Neutral back, float your left knee up. Peek under, make sure you can glimpse it. Right hip hugs in, chest reaches forward. 10 little pulses, trying to stamp your left foot towards the ceiling. 5 more. Keep hugging into the midline. Keep lifting the navel upwards. Lower your knee down. Inhale, arch the spine, cow, tuck your toes. Exhale, round and push back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg will go up. Exhale, step the right foot to the front, warrior one. Press the back heel down and then come on up. Again, lengthen your tailbone, lift the ribs as you bend into the front knee. Hug your belly in. Exhale, hands down, step to the front, bow and fold. Halfway lift to lengthen. Exhale to fold. And take a block right between your knees. Squeeze the block with the knees, bend, and shift the hips back. Come on up into chair. So tailbone is long, almost like you're widening your low back, widening the sacrum. Lean into your heels. Make sure you can glimpse your toes. Arms are relaxed, but they're straight. One more breath. Rise to stand, palms together at the heart and down by your sides. Hopefully you're feeling a little warmer. I am. One more time, chair. Sit back. Exhale. Fold. Bend your knees and take a seat. Keep the block between the knees if you lost it. Round your back and then slowly begin to round your way down. Keep reaching as you round. Once you land, lift the arms back alongside your ears. Press the backs of your hands into the floor. Squeeze the block with your knees. And start by curling your tailbone up, pelvis up, low back, mid back. Press into the upper back and the back of your head. Squeeze the block. Feel the hamstrings and glutes come alive. Now, this might be already a lot, or you can challenge yourself. Push down through the right heel, hover your left foot an inch, or stretch it forward. Working now the right hamstrings and glutes. And then step the left foot down, press into the left heel, and you can hover the right foot an inch or stretch it forward, working left hamstring and glutes. Step your right foot down, press for a moment through both heels, and then begin to roll the spine slowly down to the floor. Bring the knees into your chest, move the block to the side. Hold behind your knees, gently rock up and down, and then eventually gain enough momentum. Maybe we'll end together in a standing forward fold. Feel free to use your hands if you need for that. That is challenging. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's step your left foot back in space, starting with a floating warrior 3, hands on the floor or your blocks. And you can take a standing split, folding over that right leg. Keep lifting through the left side. Press your left foot towards the back of your space. Land in a warrior 1. Bend your right knee, reach up. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Big breath in, lengthen the sides of your waist. As you exhale, fold in half, pyramid pose. Inhale to lengthen the spine. As you exhale, fold a little bit more over that right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the left hand onto your block. Lift the spine halfway up and add the twist. Start to revolve the chest to the right. You can add the right arm, stretch it up towards the ceiling. Extend the sternum forward as you twist in the ribs. One more breath. Lower the hand down. Turn yourself to the left and come into a wide-legged fold. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to soften and fold. Breathe into the backs of your legs. Pick any arm variation here that feels good. It might feel nice to lunge a little side to side. It also might feel nice just to stand still, breathing into the backs of your legs, lengthening the spine. One more breath. Inhale, lift yourself halfway. Walk yourself to your back foot, to your left toes, facing towards the back of the mat, and step forward, forward fold. Utkatasana, chair pose as you inhale. Rise to stand as you exhale. Good, left side. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift to lengthen and float your right leg back. So coming into a warrior 3 to start, and then morphing this into a standing split. So bowing deeply over your left leg, press the right leg back in space, reaching towards an imaginary wall behind you. One more breath. Soften your left knee as you land into warrior 1. Rise up. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Square the ribs, grow a little taller through the sides of your waist. As you exhale, hinge at the pelvis and fold into pyramid pose. Big breath in. Create more space in the spine. Exhale, soften for 2 breaths. Hands, of course, can be on blocks here. Hopefully have one block towards the back of your mat. If not, maybe take a little walk to find it. As you inhale, lift yourself halfway. Handy to have the block here for the right hand, and begin to turn to the left. Left hand can rest on your low back or hip, or can float up towards the ceiling. Reach the sternum forward, hug your left hip back. Big stretch here for the spine, outer left hip, hamstrings, of course. And as you exhale, lower your left hand, walk yourself to the right, and come back into that wide-legged fold. And gather your blocks, have your blocks handy. This time as we come to that wide-legged fold, you might want to walk your feet a little bit wider. Give yourself a deeper stretch. Maybe hands, maybe elbows come to the floor, maybe your forehead. If not, use blocks to bring the floor closer to you. Now in this 30 minutes, It's quite quick, so you might not be as warm as you would be in a 60-minute class, but we do our best. Any yoga is 100% better than no yoga. Inhale, come on up halfway, and we're going to turn to the right and use your blocks here. As you turn to the right, check your legs so that they face forward, morphing into half split. So half split has the left knee down, the right leg straight, and you can have your hands on the blocks. Or working towards a full split where you start to glide your right heel forward. Now there's an option to be hands-free here by stacking the blocks underneath the right hamstring close to the pelvis. Now you can stack them as high or as low as you need. And once you have the security there of the blocks, try to be more centered by hugging the right hip back and the left hip forward. The legs are pulling in to allow you to grow taller towards the ceiling. This is a wonderful stretch for the psoas muscle, which is really hard to access. Big pose for your back, creating energy. Soften the face as you reach up. As you exhale, begin to lower the arms. Bring your hands to the floor, and then bring the legs a little closer, and we'll go again to the left, moving through the wide legs. Pause for a moment in a symmetrical shape with your legs even right and left, folding at the midline. And when you're ready, we're going to turn to the left and repeat the half Hanuman or full Hanuman on the left side. Your blocks come along with you, and bring the right knee down, and you can be here in the half split variation, or you can start to guide your legs further and further apart, working towards a full split. Now each side is different, so this side potentially could need more blocks, or potentially could need less blocks to get hands free. And then once you're securely on your blocks, again, square the pelvis to the midline by hugging the right hip forward, left hip back, reach through the arms, get taller along your waist, and breathe here as you find this deep, deep opening for the psoas, spinal extension. Soften where you can soften, face and shoulders. Last breath. And lower the arms back down to the floor and bring your legs a little bit closer. Pivot around again in a symmetrical, wide-legged fold. This will be our last one. Big breath in. Long breath out. Good. And then heel toe your feet together and come on down onto your knees. Cross your left knee in front of the right knee, setting up for Gomukhasana. Widen your heels enough so that your hips can land right in between. Now, if that didn't work for you like it does for me, that's okay. You can take a seat first and then stack your knees together. If stacking the knees like this doesn't work, you can have the bottom leg straight. That's option one. You could sit your hips on a pillow or folded blanket. You could also just come into a crisscross seat instead, if this is just too tight for your hips or too hip expansive, right? Because this is a hip opener. So we did a lot of extending today, right? Through the spine, through the legs. Now this pose brings us back into balance. So wrap your arms around your shoulders or intertwine your elbows, coming into Garudasana, eagle arms. And then just coil inwards, coil in towards yourself. You can rest your elbows on your knees or past your knees, or even elbows on blocks. So coming full circle from extension and pushing energy out to kind of harnessing energy and pulling it back in to bring us back to balance. Breathe into your hips, sacrum, low back, shoulders, even the whole spine here. And imagine you're gathering the energy back at the center, around your navel, your core center, your center of creation, fire. Last breath in. Full breath out. Unravel the arms, come on back upright. And let's switch the knees. So now the right knee will be on top of the left knee. Get them tight as you can, or pick another variation, right? Bottom leg straight, crisscross, elevate the hips. Blocks are handy, of course. And then switch the crisscross of your arms. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, curl inwards, in towards yourself. Make sure you do opposite elbows. I can't tell which one I did last anymore. But pick the elbow on top that's different than the one you just did. And then again, pulling energy in towards yourself, right? Just as we go out into our day and expand, right? We give energy to our work, to our family. We also need to pull that energy in and recharge ourselves. So in your day-to-day, make sure that you're also pulling energy in for yourself so that you have more to give the next day. And same in our yoga practice, we did a lot of expansive shapes, and now we're kind of doing a shape that's pulling all that energy back inwards into ourselves. One more breath into your whole back, hips, shoulders. Soft breath out. In any of these shapes, of course, you know you can linger and just pause this video. And then unravel the arms, let the arms help you upright. Uncross your legs, stretch them out, and give them a little shaky, 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 shake. Okay. So today we're going to end in a forward fold. If you'd rather do legs up the wall, you can do that as well. You can also do classical Shavasana, but I recommend that we end in a forward fold today because we are short on time. Place your blocks underneath your knees and make your rib cage and thighs come into contact. And if your knees need to be higher, elevate them higher with more props, maybe a folded blanket or pillow. And you can even tuck your elbows under your thigh bones, kind of really wrapping yourself in as you bow and fold over your legs. Now with the knees bent, this is less about the hamstrings and it's all about your low back. So let the low back relax here as you again rest in the shape that pulls energy back in towards your center. Soften your forehead. Lengthen the back of your neck. And this should be a place where you can feel restful. So prop yourself until you feel restful. And again, lying on your back with legs up the wall can be really nice instead, or even legs on your bed, whatever you have available. Inhale into your back. Exhale, soften as much as you can, especially shoulders. 3 more breaths. Let the arms help you back upright. Excellent work. If you have a few minutes, you can lie down for Shavasana. This will be our last shape to close the practice. I will say my farewell here before you get settled. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful